We're helping you get financially independent. We have John Fawaz here, certified financial planner. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate your advice so much. You really help us walk through this. And so first, we're taking the steps to become financially independent. Where do we start?
So the first step is to pay yourself first. There's a phenomenon in finance. Your expenses always rise up to meet your income. So if you make 30,000 or 50,000 or 100,000, it seems like everybody lives paycheck to paycheck because most of the time people are waiting till end of the month to save money, and usually if you wait end of the month, there's really nothing going to be left over. So one way to avoid this phenomena is to set it up automatically deducted from your paycheck or from your checking account or savings account, out of sight, out of mind.
And part of that is planning your budget so you'll know exactly how much to put away. Talk about how we can get started on that budget.
Yeah, budget is really important because there's really no way to know where you're wasting your money and to find ways to save money. So for instance, there's a lot of easy apps now on your phone you can download, and just do it for like a month or two, and just to see where you're spending money. I was like shocked how much money I spent at Starbucks. That was like a revelation for me.
Funny you mentioned that. My husband had asked me, what's this $1.50 that keeps coming up on our account? And it was because I kept hitting up the vending machine upstairs because you don't realize how much you're doing those little things until, like you said, you look at it.
And it adds up like tremendously over time. It's like, wow, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot. And then avoiding the emotional buys, which I think a lot of people have a hard time with this.
Exactly. It's like if you were going to buy a car, it seems like everyone goes with a budget in mind, and they walk out spending a lot more than they would like to. So one way before doing so is maybe take a few days to sleep over it, maybe involve a family friend or a trusted friend or family member. Generally, if you wait a few days, even though they might tell you this is like the best sale or the last year end or something like this, if you wait a couple weeks, it's amazing. Somehow you'll get a phone call and say, hey, we've got a better offer. So this way, if you sleep over for a couple of days, it just kind of helps you make a better decision.
I was going to say, that's even important with holiday spending, I'm sure.
Exactly. Big time.
Oh, my goodness. All right. And last, you're saying to save 10 to 15%.
Yes. And to be financially independent, that is your minimum goal, is to save about 10% to 15%. And it is a very large number when you think about it. But step one is maybe to start gradually. So for instance, if you have a 401k plan at work, just take away, just take all the free match they give you and maybe save 1 to 2%. And every time you get a pay raise, just save half of it. And a few years before you know it, you're already saving 10 to 15%.
So these are just some small steps we can start taking. Financial freedom feels good, right? I mean, what do your clients say when they finally can achieve all of this?
It really makes a big difference, and you don't see it now till, like, if you take those little steps, like 5-10 years from now, it's like, wow, that made a really big impact on my life.
So be prepared to be a little patient as you're making these steps.
Yes, exactly.
Wonderful. More information on budgeting. I want to go back to that just because it is holiday season. Would you suggest people go into shopping season with a list, a plan?
Exactly, but so it's to have a game plan in place before you go shopping. So if you're like just going there, like if you were like trying to think of ideas, what you like to buy for people, if you go without ideas, and generally you go into a store and it seems like without a game plan, you ain't gonna, you will spend a lot more money than you like to.
That's good to know. All right, I'm going to make my list now. Thank you so much. We appreciate all your help. Always great advice. More information on livingeasttennessee.com.